ladies and gentlemen, to Game 1. 2K Sports presents the playoffs of the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. We'll see the New York Knicks taking on Boston. Taking a look at Boston. Single game elimination format, and they hold the all-important home court advantage. Can they take advantage?
And a long season comes down to this. Two teams enter, only one will advance, but their work in the regular season has given them home court advantage, and that is a huge edge.
This is one of the most charged up arenas I've ever been in here today. I mean, absolutely off the charts, fantastic. And I'll bet the players are even more excited than the fans, but they've got to idle down that excitement and get focused and composed to play their best.
All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. And New York, looking at who they've got. We've got Hayward, Booker out there with Whiteside. That's Jeremy Lane, and it's Mills in at the point.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Boston making a switch here. Booker's checked in. Gorgie Dang's checked in for the Knicks. Mayo comes in for Lamb. Booker dishes to Fareed. Feeds it to Booker. Rose gets a wide open look. Misses off the right iron. Pass to Mills. Takes the three. Shot is no good.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team. Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
And we welcome you back here to the broadcast of the Eastern Conference semifinals. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
And we've really seen them get out and establish a real nice rhythm offensively in this game.
Yeah, and they're finding ways to score multiple ways, playing well and sharing the ball, just operating good at the offensive end.
Here are the five New York has to start here in the second. Hayward out there with Wilson Chandler. Then it's Gorgie Dang. Then it's Mills. And it's Mayo in at the two. A shot by Hayward, wide open. Rebound Boston.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
A nice shot by Booker.
You know, the defense was lax right there, and he's able to make them pay.
Boston on D. To the paint. Here's Hayward. The layup off target.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
To the left wing. Rose goes in. The teardrop falls in.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
The dish to Hayward. The three. Oh, that's blocked. Tie game in Boston. We'll see you at
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson. Looking at Boston, they've hung tough in what was a closely contested first half. All right, and that'll do it for us here. We now take you back to the...
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
And thanks for joining us once more as we get set to continue our coverage of the Eastern Conference semis. New York on D. Got Rose. Jordan is out there with Kenneth Fareed. Then there's Bradley Beal. And it's Reese in at the three spot. That's the Boston five. And the Knicks with possession. Trailing by two. Now here's Lamb. He's covered by Beal. And Lamb kicks to Mills. They double him with Jordan. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Robert Covington's checked in for Gordon Hayward. 6 to shoot. Lamb, good on the baseline, Jay. Lamb's got his second bucket tonight. So it's Boston now. And it's Rose penetrating. Took him no time at all on that one. Rose has got the lead up to 2 now for Boston.
Shaked and baked with the crossover move, and that's what freed him for the score.
And got him on the wrong foot and then just blew by him.
Now here's Lamb. Defense right on him. And here's Mills from the arc. They get the rebound.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there. I'm sure he appreciated it.
getting the half off to a good start here already with some penetration.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
And we welcome you back to our presentation of Game 1. And New York looking at who they've got. They've got Whiteside, Jeremy Lamb out there with Robert Covington, and it's Hayward, and it's Bennett in at the 4 spot. Over in the corner, Lamb shoots the 3. It's in! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Boy, what a pressure bucket that was.
Greg, now that's coming through in the clutch.
Deflects the pass. Jokic passes to Beal. Outside Rose. From the high post. Connects!
I'll tell you what, this is the white-hot version of Derrick Rose right now.
New York calls timeout. They trail by 3. 24 seconds left to play here in the 4th. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Derek Fisher had some words for his team over that last break. His message, don't even look at the score right now. We've got to make one play at a time and execute. That's how we'll take this thing home. Kevin, he's trying to keep them focused.
Thanks, Doris. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Had to foul and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late-game free throws are a lot different than early-game free throws in terms of making.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
New York calls timeout. They trail by 3. 20 seconds left in the game. What do you think, guys?
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to go for the 3. A quick, easy bucket inside will do.
Well, I think the clock's a little short here for that. I mean, I'm not quite sold on the quick 2. I think they've got to look for a quality 3 to try to tie this thing up based on where the clock is right now.
At the line for 2.
And he does get the second one. And that will put them up by 2. New York calls timeout. They're trailing by 2. There's 14 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Guys, what do you think?
And it all comes down to this. Still enough time on the clock that they should be able to get a real good look.
Yeah, and in this case, you debate often. You hear guys debate whether to take a 2 for the tie or a 3 to win. In my case, with this situation, I think you go hard inside and see if you can get a good shot in close.
And whatever intensity was lacking there in the first half, you're seeing it on display here now.
Ditto that. I mean, things have really been turned up.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Guys, your thoughts?
They don't have enough time here to catch and shoot. Their only hope is to try to tip it in off the inbound pass. That's always a difficult shot.
And so the New York Knicks have won the series. And you got to feel good about getting
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation. Gordon Hayward.
He put on such a well-rounded display offensively.
So that's the finale of this round 2 series of the NBA playoff.